Chrisos Museum, was quite interesting in this selection of hats from the local area as well as different islands, but also in places like Vietnam where Chrisos went as well. I like the Ilocos ones myself, they're my favourite. We've just toured the Chrisos House, which is a museum, and so I think it's interesting for two ways. A, it's just like an example of like an ancestral home through the 20th century, and so they were quite an influential family. The gentleman was the senator, I think. I don't really know how the Philippines government works, but it says he was a senator. He was a lawyer, and also he was involved in Vietnam War. You know, with like a civic corps, I think, so there to like help out. And then the wife was the governor of the area, and so it's showing how they, you know, built universities and trade schools in the area as well. And unfortunately, how what's his first name, Mr. Chrisos, unfortunately was shot and assassinated because politics is a dangerous game in the Philippines. So very well worth a check out. It was only a donation to get in, but so I think, you know, seeing about like, you know, an influential family, but also seeing like behind the politics of the Philippines as well.
So today we've come to the National Museum and we've just gone into this first bit here, and it's all made up like an ancestral house. So it's got like all the rooms are like made up into an old kitchen and an old bedroom. It's quite interesting, and there's like some bits about weaving as well, but we weren't allowed to take videos, so. But I think we're going into the next bit. Hopefully that's not just it. Otherwise it's not a very big museum, but I think the rest of it's over here. So let's see.
So now it looks like we're going into Laika's natural habitat, the jail.
If he doesn't behave, he'll be going into the jail cell. We'll imprison him.
So we've just been to the second part of the museums in Vegan City, and so it's called like the National Filipino Museum, which is a bit like the British National Trust. We've worked out, which cracked that one. And so this is based in the old jail, which is pretty cool and pretty spooky. The toilets are in the old jail cells. And we've got really lucky at the moment because they've got an art exhibition on for the festival, which we'll find the name of. Insert here, the name of the festival, in the Locker Sur at the moment. So there was lots of really cool art from local artists going on. But there was a really good exhibition on the local basi, which is like an alcoholic drink in the Ilocos region. And there was some information on the revolt there and some artwork depicting that. But also there was some information about the 6th president, Carino, because he was born in the jail, not because his mother was a prisoner, because his father was the head of the jail here as well. So there's a little exhibition to him. It's really interesting seeing, you know, his office, I think, as well. But really recommend it. It is free. Again, couldn't do any filming inside, and we were followed around a lot because Laika looks a bit untrustworthy, but well worth a visit.
So we're on Calle Chrisos. Vegan City is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for being a well-preserved Spanish colonial town. It's all full of cobble streets, and all the houses are ancestral houses and in a Spanish style. It's really nice just like walking around here, just exploring the streets and coffee shops and little trinket stores and everything. This is Calle Chrisos, which is the main street with all the cobblestones, and which has horse and carriages go up and down, and you can get a tour, which I think we're going to do now. So we've been on the little horse and carriage for about 10 minutes, and we've come to Apo Caridad, which has the church and the bell tower, the old watchtower. old watchtower, but you can't get close to it anymore because it's damaged in the earthquake last year, which is a real shame because it looks so beautiful from the outside.
So we're at the lovely Apo Caridad Church, Cathedral, maybe Cathedral, which is dedicated to, I think it's a miraculous image of Mary, and I believe the miracles that occurred it was very similar to the Santo Nino. I think it was lost and then found in like good condition, and then also it is deemed miracles onto the locals as well throughout the years, which is such a shame. Apparently it's a beautiful church inside, but it's closed because there was an earthquake last summer, and as well as the lovely bell tower, which I very much want to go and explore. I think the bell tower was also a watchtower at some point as well, but it's very nice, and yeah, it's very beautiful here, and hopefully you know, they're taking donations so it can be fixed for the future.
So you used to be able to go right up close to the watchtower, I think even go inside it and climb it, but because of the earthquake last year, there's a massive crack. You can see it all the way from here, so I guess it's really quite dangerous. So hopefully they can get enough donations to restore it and it will be back to its former glory soon. It's a shame because I feel like, I think quite a few of the sites to see in Vigan have been damaged or destroyed by the earthquake last year. You know,
quite a few museums and churches.
The main cathedral as well is closed for renovations. So yeah, it is a shame.
All the food places are open then?
Yeah, of course, all the food places. They're the ones that were restored the quickest.
Say howdy.
Yeehaw! So I think this is our final drop off, and this is the hidden garden just on the outskirts of Vigan. It's like a garden centre, and I love a garden centre. It's normally one of my favourite days out if we get to go to a garden centre on a trip. We get to stop off at a garden centre. I'm a very happy girl.
Simple bird.
Harry says it's a Cocker Spaniel. There's even a bamboo grove. We're in the bamboo grove, and the bamboo is creaky. I didn't know that bamboo was that creaky. Look at this sign. There's a restaurant here as well, so you can eat here if you like. It's really interesting. There's like loads of little birds as well. Oh, welcome to Plant World. They even have lots of bonsai trees. Whole area, bonsai corner.